this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum and Kaplan Cycles, and today I've got this absolutely awesome 1980 Moto Guzzi V53. Actually, excuse me, 81. It's a sport model, has long travel suspension, triple disc brakes, high performance engine. It's light, fast, smooth, and reliable. These Moto Guzzis are pretty much bulletproof. It's kind of like a tractor engine. It's an air-cooled V-twin, similar to a Harley, but a higher performance. Kind of got a cool paint job on it with some #1. I think Moto Guzzi won a couple of world championships. I think that's what that represents, the Italian flag with the checkered, and it's got this really cool high, I don't know if you can see in the pictures, but there's a lot of metal flake in the paint job on there. That's in beautiful shape for an antique. It's a 1981. It does show a little bit of patina on it. It was dropped on this side right here. You can see the chrome rail has a little rub mark on it. The seat's in beautiful condition. I don't know if this is original seat, but it looks like it to be in excellent shape. Paint's in nice shape. It's got Superbike bars on it with brand new grips. The levers are in beautiful shape. Brembo brakes, or brake levers. I assume it's a Brembo brake system. The bike only shows 3,865 miles, which is nothing for one of those Moto Guzzis. Thing's barely broken in. It also has received over $2,000 worth of parts and labor by our team here, and that doesn't include what Jack had done to it, the guy we bought from me. He just put brand new tires on it, front and rear. Has a 110/90/18 oversized front tire, so the thing handles like a dream. And it's got a very large sport tire on the rear also. The rear is a 120/90/18, so it's got 18-inch rims front and back. I'd like to point out the motorcycle has Koni shocks, Koni nitrogen charged shocks, high performance shocks with a Silentium exhausts. It has the mag wheels. A very highly technical brake system, triple disc brakes, inboard brake system, shaft drive. A lot of really cool features on the bike. The bike runs great, starts right up. Let me take it for a little rip. I'll give you a demo on it. Fires right up. First thing, I'm getting the suspension is nice and soft, comfortable. I'll take it right down the road, do a little rip on it, and I'm done. It's a torquey little V-twin, very little vibration for a V-twin. Smooth and fast. Gas tank and the carburetors, and put a new battery in it. The brake system needs to be serviced. It's got a unique brake system that they weren't familiar with. The front and rear brakes are connected through the master cylinder, so it needs a master cylinder rebuild kit for the brakes. But other than that, it's a good running bike. Give me a quick demo on it. So this 1981 Moto Guzzi V50 is really a awesome, classic, antique sport bike that has a lot of potential. It still needs to have the brake system gone through, and it needs to be tuned by a competent Moto Guzzi mechanic. Our Harley mechanics went through, cleaned the carbs in the tank, but it's still not running as good as I think it could. In the higher RPMs, it runs beautifully, but it burbles a little bit in the low RPM. I'm not sure. Could be something with the carburetors. I'm not really sure, but in any event, it does run. Fires right up, and the engine's in good condition. The bike, Connecticut's a non-title state for antiques, but I do have the previous registration, which is what you need. It's a transferable registration from Jack, and also the insurance card, the odometer disclosure statement, Jack bought this bike from Swider Cycles, and when he bought it, it came with a title, so I do have a certificate of title from Tallahassee, Florida, but the Florida DMV transposed one of the numbers on here, so it's off by one number. So you don't really need the title, but it has one. Most all states in the United States are non-title for bikes over 20 years old. This one's almost 40 years old, so you don't need the title, but it does have it, and there is some information on how to get the title corrected by Florida DMV if you want to. Just got to mail it to them. This is a beautiful Italian engineered motorcycle. It's not just for anyone. It's built for an owner who values precise handling, riding comfort, distinctive styling, reliability, and ease of maintenance. If that sounds like you, here is your bike. This stallion features a 500cc V-twin alloy engine, finely balanced frame, sport touring suspension with Koni shocks in the rear and long travel air shocks in the front, 5-speed shaft drive transmission, and Moto Guzzi's patented integral braking system featuring ventilated triple disc brakes. As I mentioned, the braking system needs a master cylinder rebuild. It does need to have the brake system serviced. And its distinct brown metallic color is exclusive to this model, just on the V50. And the bike came from Flathead Jack's personal collection, a local collector who had over 40 motorcycles, which we required 30 of. This was part of the second round of bikes we purchased, and Jack saved the best for last. He's an older gentleman, getting 30 years, so he's part of his collection. He took care of this piece. He had a lot of bikes, so he didn't ride it that much. Only has 3,866 miles. After we acquired the bike from Jack, we flushed and cleaned the tank, rebuilt the carburetors, refreshed the points and condensers, replaced the petcock, the fuel petcocks, and the fuel lines, flushed the front brake system, and more. We have a detailed list of what we did to the bike. The NADA value of the bike right now is just over $4,000. We completed $2,200 of service on the bike, including service, parts, and labor. We did a compression test. It has a very high compression engine, 190 psi per cylinder. The gas tank was drained, and we cleaned the tank with this product called Metal Rescue. The tank is not lined. We don't believe in lining gas tanks. We just clean them. We disassembled, cleaned, and rebuilt the carburetor with a Delorto carb kit. We tuned and adjusted the carburetor, removed and replaced the fuel petcocks, replaced the fuel hose and the fuel filters, replaced the points and condensers, timed and lubed the advanced lobe, timed the motorcycle for spark advance, and flushed the front and rear brakes and added new brake fluid. We adjusted the valve lash, charged the battery, added fresh fuel, for a total of 24 hours of labor plus parts was $2,160. We also did a full museum quality detail and polish of the bike. As mentioned earlier, there is some patina on the motorcycle. There's some scratches on the chrome right here, a couple scratches on the pipe, and other than that, it's in excellent cosmetic condition for the age. It has the black mag rims, brand new tires on it. The front tire has less than 50 miles on it. It's a brand new tire. It has the nubs still on the tire, as does the rear tire. So it's got a brand new set of tires, new battery, points, plugs, condensers, air filters. Quite a bit has been done to the bike. Again, we put a total of, if you include the just under $1,800 in labor plus parts and everything else, it added up to just about $2,200. So I've got a parts list here, brand new battery, brand inlet banjos, fuel inlet screen filter, carb rebuild kit, float needle and seat, fuel hoses, gasket sealing kit, petcock for the right, petcock for the left, so it has twin petcocks on there, points and condensers. Quite a bit of parts were put into the bike while servicing it. So again, the bike runs and drives as noted. The brake system does need to be serviced. It's being sold as is. You do get the previous registration and the title, which has a wrong, one number on the VIN is wrong, messed up by the Florida DMV, and there's a note here describing that from the previous owner. So if you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. This is an antique, sure to go up in value. Moto Guzzis are notorious for lasting a long time, as this one has. Mechanically, the engine's in excellent shape. It could be tuned a little bit better than it is now, but it is in running condition. So with that, I'm going to fire her up, and it does have electric start. Oh, one thing I wanted to note, this has the loudest horn of any motorcycle I've tested this year. It's ridiculous. It sounds like a bus horn. Really quite loud. Much louder than the Harley horns and the other Jack bike horns, but I guess if you want people to get out of your way, a loud horn is good. Electric start's also a big plus too. I'm going to pull leave her on display for everybody to drool on so she finds a new home. So good luck fitting on her, and God bless America.